What's up, bubbies? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. So we're just hanging out. We're hanging out with an e-bike. So here is the How Chi Cheetah. 750 watt, geared hub motor, full suspension, front and rear. We got the dual batteries, we got it all on the How Chi Cheetah. Alright, but today, this video is all about tire sealants. Specifically for fat bike tires. What kind of tire sealant should you use for your fat tire e-bike? So I've been using this particular product for a long time. So it's got a proven track record with me, buddy. Let me tell you what, I can tell you that this stuff works real good. Alright, so I'll put a video on the screen, like one of the most memorable times when I had a FLATOUT and there's like this huge construction, like this long screw.
Alright, so here's this short, it's called FLATOUT Saves the Day Again. You can find it on YouTube, but so I've got this huge nail in my tire. Look at this thing. Look how long that thing is. And I was still going, like I was going like 40 miles an hour with that nail in my tire. So right there I pulled it out, hit the throttle, spun the tire, and then you can see the FLATOUT sealed it up even after that giant nail was in my tire and my tube. That is incredible, boys. Slime can't do that.
And I was still going, like the bike was like bouncing and like I could feel something was in the tire. I'll put a video on the screen. Alright, but this stuff works good. And so I ordered some on Amazon, from Jeff on Amazon. Alright, so what do we got here? So there's like a new formula. So let's bust it out. So it's a new form. So something about FLATOUT is there's like all of these different formulas that they have for different use cases and purposes. So I think, like in the past, I would just take the multi-purpose stuff and just put it in all my bikes and everything, and it works pretty good. But we're trying to do it right this time. We're trying to do it right. So I think this is the kind that you want for fat tires. Alright, and then so on the packaging, so it says QUICKSTRIKE, right, so it's got a big old lightning bolt. So I got the off-road formula here. Okay, so it says built with Kevlar for tubed or tubeless tires. And it's made in the USA. So FLATOUT claims that, here are the claims on here, it says prevents and repairs flats, works for the life of the tire, seals tread area punctures up to ½ an inch. And it seals slow leaks. So it says QUICKSTRIKE. So that's this formula. So it says a faster seal with less air loss. So it says off-road formula. And then there's a fat bike on here. The fat bike in here. Right on the end there. So there it is. And that's what we have here today. With the How Chi Cheetah. A fat bike. So this is what we want. Okay? Now, so you might be wondering, how do we get this in there? How do we put in the sealant? It seems like a hassle. Well, I can say it's not that big of a hassle. All right, it's very easy, and this is every e-biker needs this. Every e-biker needs FLATOUT in their tire, especially if you're going a long distance. I mean, if you don't want flats, if you don't want to be buying new tubes constantly every time you hit like a little office staple, this is what you need. Okay, it's going to save you so much money and so much time and frustration. You know, it's $15–20 for some of this. Fill up your tubes, fill up your tires, get it in there, and then you just don't have to worry about it. Okay, so how do we do this? So what I would recommend is you get a valve core tool. Okay, so it depends on your tubes, right? I've got, on the How Chi Cheetah, I've got a Schrader valve. Alright, so that's just like a car tire kind of deal right here. Now if you have a fancier e-bike, if you're out in Sweden, you might have like a Presta valve, but we got a Schrader valve. Alright, so the type of valve core removal tool that you're going to need depends on what kind of valve your tubes have and your wheels use, right? Because your rim, it's drilled for one or the other, and then you're going to have that thing sticking out, and you got to take out the valve core from the valve stem. Alright, so that's what we're going to do right now. So I'm going to take this, put it aside for safekeeping. Don't lose it. They always get lost. And then I'm going to get out. So this product is from Slime. It's the Slime Tire Tackle Bike Tube Repair and Maintenance Kit. I don't recommend Slime as a sealant. It's terrible. Sucks. It's no FLATOUT. FLATOUT is the best sealant. Okay, so... But Slime, they have a lot of these little like accessories and tools and stuff that are still valuable and useful. So this is one of them right here, is the slime valve core removal tool. Oops. And then there's an option when you're buying FLATOUT to get the package that comes with the valve core removal tool, but it costs a little bit more. So I don't buy a new one of these every time. I just have one, right? And they cost a couple dollars. You can get one of these for like $2 on Amazon. I'll put links for all of this stuff in the description, okay? But so let's get this FLATOUT QUICKSTRIKE into our tube. So we got to take the valve core removal tool. Let's scooch in here. So then you see the part that's like this, that little notch in there. So that is what we need. We just put that down into the valve core. And so usually I kind of hold the valve stem with my finger as I'm loosening this. Alright. So you don't want to remove the valve stem or the valve core all the way right away, or it's just going to violently shoot everything out. I'm just going to gently keep going until it starts deflating rapidly. So I'm going to speed up the process and just do it fast. Take the whole valve core out. This is the fastest way to do it. Alright, so there it goes. Alright, so there it is. The valve core. So as this is deflating, make sure that your rim isn't like leaning over to one side, and like make sure that the rim is on top of the rubber, okay? Now, what we want to do is you can either roll the bike slightly I want to reposition this valve core so that it's more like kind of like up here or like over here. So what we can do, I'm just going to get up. Alright, so now we've got our FLATOUT. It comes in a bag. I liked it more when it came in like a container. It also comes in a big like jug, like a gallon jug. That's probably the best way to go, to be honest. But we're gonna use, this is the one that I've got. So it's got this cap is actually a plastic valve core removal tool, but I don't recommend using it because it always breaks because the valve core is metal. So here comes this hose that comes out of here, so you can extend that and pop off this cap. So we already took the valve core out, so I don't need this plastic one. Set that aside. So then we take the FLATOUT QUICKSTRIKE formula, designed for our fat tires. And so it should say on here how much the fat tire needs. So we can see right here, fat tire, this is 10 to 16 ounces. So what I would do is, like, for the rear tire, I would do 16 ounces, and then for the front tire, you could probably get away with 10. Or this whole thing is 32 ounces, so if you want to do 16 in both, 16 front and rear, you could do that too, and that would just be one package. In general, I would say the more the merrier. Okay, so let's get this in there. Let's get it going. So we take the hose, we hook it up to the valve stem where we've removed the valve core, so it's just wide open. And then, oops, and then we can kind of flip the bag upside down, and you can see it starts coming out, and just pump her full, baby. Pump her full. Alright, so let's... Man, this stuff is thick, buddy.
Alright guys, so I'm just in the editing room. I wanted to do a little voiceover. So I just want to be honest, I don't know what is different about this QUICKSTRIKE formula, but I was having a lot of problems getting it into the tube. I don't know, it kept getting clumped up like in my valve stem or something, and I kept having to like unclog it with, like, stick something physically into the valve stem and then unclog it and then hook the FLATOUT back up to it and start squeezing it in there again. So it seems like something about this QUICKSTRIKE stuff is like different or thicker. I mean, it might not be a bad thing, it just means that it's a little bit more difficult to install than like the previous FLATOUT formulas. I still haven't got a flat and like been able to test this stuff out yet. It's probably a good thing that it clumps up so easily, to be honest, but it just means that it's a little bit harder to install. You might have to mess around with it a little bit to get it in there, all right? But I still got it in, no problem. Well, slight problems, but we still got it in there, and that's all that matters.
Alright guys, we're pumping it in. And there's kind of like a window on the side of the FLATOUT container that where you can see inside of there and see how much you've subtracted. So that's how you can tell like how much is in there. Oh man. Alright, so I think it might work best if you rotate the valve core up to like the, I don't know, what is this, like the 9 o'clock position or like 3 o'clock position, kind of like in more upright position. So I'm still pumping this in there. Yeah, this stuff is just like, I've never had this problem with this. Alright guys, so then you can kind of see here towards the left side of the bag, right here by my thumb, it'll show you like there's half of it left, or whatever, 3/4 left. So that's how you can see how much you've used out of there. So so what did I use here? There's a little bit over like half of it, like it's in between 1/2 and 3/4. So, alright, so now I'm gonna cap it back up and push this back in there for the next time I need to get some sealant and that kind of nonsense. So let's get this thing going back in here. Righty tighty. Oh, my valve core tool is all sloppy wet. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna their tire. It says inflate to 20 psi. 5, 10, 15, 20, get it started. Alright, there we go. So we've installed FLATOUT QUICKSTRIKE in the Haochi Cheetah in the front tire. I've already got some in the rear tire. That was the first thing that I did when I got the Cheetah. And this is the first thing that every e-biker should do. Alright, is get some sealant in your tires. This is what I'd recommend for fat tires especially. And you gotta get FLATOUT. Don't mess around with slime. It doesn't work. Slime sucks. They dropped the ball. This is the new winner. It's FLATOUT. This is what you want. Alright, off-road formula. This is for the fat tire bikes. I think you can use this in normal bikes too. I think for like normal skinny tire bikes, it's FLATOUT QUICKSTRIKE small tire formula. So if you have an e-bike with skinnier tires, I think that is like the proper one that they recommend is FLATOUT QUICKSTRIKE small tire formula. This is the off-road formula that's made specifically so we got e-bikes are considered more of like an off-road formula when you're buying FLATOUT, right? So this is what I'd recommend. I'll roll that footage again when I hit that big nail, and you can see how it sealed that. That was unbelievable. But yeah, so this is what I use. This is what I recommend, guys. Is FLATOUT QUICKSTRIKE is the new formula. They've got the off-road formula for fat tires. They've got the small tire formula for normal bikes. Very easy to get in there. Very easy to install. And you don't have to worry about it. You'll save so much money on tubes and so much time and frustration that you would have otherwise spent fixing flats and getting rides home and being sad. Alright, so spend the $15–20, get some FLATOUT, put it in your tires or your tubes, and you'll be thanking me later, alright? You'll thank me later. Links are in the description, alright? Like and subscribe, bubbies. See you next time. Peace out.